Hi, everyone. I am back. Sorry for the delay. It's been a couple of weeks now, but life happens and things happened and so forth, etc. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. You are now watching Pamela's Crochet and Knit Corner. Thank you so much for subscribing. I have a lot of new subscribers over the past couple of weeks, and I think that that is just so amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you to my regular subscribers. I do read all the comments. I appreciate all of the comments, and I'm glad that you guys like my content. I really am. I was kind of leery about it, and I wasn't sure, and then I finally pushed the button, and I did it. So I'm glad that you guys are here. I appreciate you. Believe me, I do. So, welcome to Pamela's Crochet and Knit Corner. As you can tell by the title, I opted to do the 20 question challenge. And I watched Jeanette, also known as Soraya, of DOY Creation 7. And I also watched the Canadian crocheter, Debbie. She did it as well. And then I watched the Dabbling Hook, Rel, and she did it also too. So I wasn't really called out to do it, but they all encourage that everybody, all of the podcasters jump on the bandwagon. It's just a way of letting our subscribers find out a little bit more about us and some fun things, also too. So I'm going to do the 20 question challenge. And excuse me, just so you know, it finally started to rain here in Southern California. I am in the Inland Empire, which is about an hour away from Los Angeles. And I'm also a wife, and I'm also the mother of a grown up. And I love all things to do with crocheting. I do knit a bit, and anything fiber, I absolutely love it. Off and on now for about maybe 15 years or more, I have been crocheting. I started off as a crocheter, and then I started knitting just straight scarves on straight needles. And then in 2016, a whole world opened up to me, and I found out about the Hook Nook and all of these other great groups of crocheters and knitters and circular needles and beanies and just everything opened up, and I found out about all of this great stuff and all of these great people and this just great fiber vibe is what I like to call it. So I'm glad that I am a part of it, and I'm glad that you guys are too. So let's get started. I have the questions here on my Kindle, and I'm going to read them off one at a time, and then I will answer them to the best of my ability. And I may need these as well. I apologize for the lighting and for the glare. I am in my room, my space. You can see my yarn is right there, and then I have some yarn that I keep in tubs. Everything is labeled. I wasn't going to try to clean up or anything because this is how it looks. This is how it is. There's my pink cart behind you that I have all of my stuff, some of my stuff on. I'm a big NFL football fan. You see my football up there on top of my boombox. I need my music too. And so this is my room where my things are. And my other yarn, I do have hand-dyed yarn. It's down at the bottom. And you can see that little nook over there. That's where I pretty much keep most of my yarn. And I love just being in here. But it's nighttime, and it's a little after 5, and it's dark outside. So the lighting in here isn't the greatest, but my husband is home. He's watching television. So if you hear some light noises, that's him. And normally I can go out in that space, but not tonight. So we're here, and let's do this. Question number 1. What does your name mean? I always knew that my name meant honey. So I looked it up again, and this is the formal definition of my name, which is Pamela. Pamela is a girl's name of English origin, meaning all honey. Pamela was first used by Elizabethan poet Sir Philip Sidney in his 16th century pastoral epic Arcadia, but it was Samuel Richardson's enormously popular novel Pamela, or Virtue Rewarded, 2 centuries later that really promoted it. I'm sorry. Pamela means all honey, and it is an extremely popular name. I can't recall ever being in a classroom where there wasn't another Pamela. When I went to college, this is the kicker. When I went to college, the first year you stay in the dorms and you don't know who your roommate is going to be. Well, guess what? My roommate's name was Pamela as well. I'll leave that one there. Question number 2. Where are you from? I am from Los Angeles, California. Question number 3. Where were you born? I was born in Los Angeles, California. Question number 4. What would your parents have named you if you had been a boy? I meant to call my mom about this one. I really can't answer that. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Question number 5. What is your biggest accomplishment? I'm not certain. I have a family, which I am proud of. And I was actually scared to become a mom. I wasn't sure if I was mom material, if that makes sense. So I was blessed, and I am. He's a grown up. And I guess just because I've made it this far, you know what I mean? There are some people who I went to school with who are no longer here. And that's kind of scary. So I just accomplished to have made it this far and have my health. Oh, don't go dark on me. Number 6. My Kindle just turned off. I'm sorry. Number 6. What is your eye color? My eyes are brown. Number 7. What is your favorite candle scent? I am all about the vanilla. I love vanilla candles, vanilla body wash, vanilla soaps, scrubs, lotions. Vanilla is my favorite and number 1 scent. Number 8. I should probably go get my husband on this one. Can you cook? No. And I don't like to cook. I don't like anything about cooking. To me, it is work. I do not enjoy it. However, because I am a mother and I had to cook, I made what's called survival food. So, as far as anything fancy schmancy, no, I didn't do it. And to this day, I don't like cooking. I can't think of the name of it. They used to have those places, they were really popular, where you could go in, you'd order your food online, and then you would go into the facility and they would have everything fresh there for you, and you could choose your condiments and choose your seasoning and choose all of that, and then they would have your meat in the freezer, and you would just take everything home, and then you can put the dinner together. I did that until they closed. I can't think of the name of it to save my life, but it was great. I would go there once every couple of weeks and prepare my meals and then bring them home. You put them in the freezer, you pull them out when you need them. That's the kind of cooking I like. Number 9, what is good about your life right now? Everything. I mean, there's always something, there's always going to be something. Life isn't perfect. I'm not perfect, but I like where I'm at right now. I really do. Number 10, what is your sign? I am a Sagittarius, a full blown Sagittarius. You know that half man, half centaur? I'm a Sagittarius. Number 11, what scares you about aging? It's certainly not the number, because if I told you guys how old I was, you wouldn't believe me. So I'm not going to. Um, I think it's the part about aging is losing people. Rel from the Dabbling Hook, she answered this one beautifully. And it's the scary part is, my mom is getting older. My father has already passed away. Um, just people I know that are my age and even younger have passed away. So I think that's probably the scary part about getting older is losing friends and family. Number 12, what is your favorite holiday? Hmm. I would have to say Halloween. Back in the day, I mean, Halloween was it. When my kid was little, Halloween was it. We decorated. He had to have the costume. We went looking for that like a month or two in advance. When I was in college, we, even though we were, 19, 20, 21, we still went to Halloween parties and dressed up, and it was so much fun. So I really do like Halloween. Number 13, what is your guilty pleasure? Potato chips. And it's to the point where when I would go grocery shopping, we all got our own bags of potato chips. And literally, I would take a Sharpie marker and write my husband's name on it, my son's name on it, my name on it. Don't touch my bag. I was very serious about that too. Don't touch my bag. That was my bag of chips. And I love potato chips. I love French fries. Sweets are also one of the things, not so much chocolate, but oh my gosh, a good bear claw. I love donuts. I love donuts. Glazed twist. Hmm. Number 14, what is your favorite show to binge watch? Binge watch. I don't know. I've like, for instance, Gilmore Girls, I binged watched that. Um, Anything NCIS, especially NCIS Los Angeles, LL Cool J. Um, I don't know. That one's a hard one to answer because I do enjoy binge watching certain shows. I love crime shows and things like that. Um, I don't know. I like Frasier. I'll binge watch Frasier. I love Frasier. I like that show a lot. Oh, number 15. What is one thing you can't leave the house without? I don't know. I'd probably say my phone, which is bad, but my phone. Number 16. Are you a morning person or a night owl? I like getting up in the morning early when nobody else is up. I will have been up for at least an hour or maybe two. And I like that. Now, I can also stay up late. If I know I don't have to go to work the next day, then I will definitely stay up late and work on something. I'll either crochet or I will knit or I will do something, watch television, watch YouTube. I love watching YouTube. So, yes, but I lean more towards being a morning person. Number 17, what is your favorite genre of movie? I like action and scare me to death. Blood curdling, scary movies. I'm also a fan of Jaws, 1, 2, 3, and The Revenge, Anaconda, all of those. I'll watch those over and over because they'll come on television and they'll play the first one and they'll play the second one. And I'm like, yes. And I'll settle in. And my husband is, are you watching those again? I can watch Jaws. I can watch it no matter how many times it comes on. The first one, the second one, third one, The Revenge. I love all of those, but I like action and horror. Number 18, what is the last thing you bought? Oh, goodness. It wasn't yarn. Um, uh, you know what? It was water. It was water. That was the last thing I bought was water. Um, Number 19, are you an introvert or extrovert? I am an introvert. Um, I'm very shy and I like to observe first before I just jump right in. And I'm not going to run up to you and say, hey, how's it going? How is everything? I'll just say, hi. And then I'll just kind of, step back. Um, I'm beginning to be more on the extrovert side as I'm doing what I'm doing. And as I go out and I'm meeting people, things like that. But I'm definitely a shy person. I am. The last one is, what is your favorite book? Um, this is a book. I love anything by James Patterson and John Grisham. Those are my two favorite authors. But my favorite book, because I'm an NFL fan. I love football. I've loved football pretty much my whole life. Is a book by John Grisham called Playing for Pizza. And I printed out a little excerpt about what the book is about. I mean, I could tell you what it's about, but I wanted to read this because this is just real short and sweet, and then you'll understand why I like the book. Playing for Pizza is a short novel by John Grisham, released on September 25th, 2007. The novel is about an itinerant American football player who can no longer get work on in the NFL league. I mean, he bombed out in the NFL league. So his agent, as a last resort, decided that it would be good for him to play football for the Parma Panthers in Italy. So he signed him to a team in Italy. And the book is great on how it talks about his journey. He's got to adjust to a whole different culture. And these guys are just big, burly Italians. They go out there and they like to bash heads and play the game. And then afterwards, they go to one of the players' restaurant and have pizza. So, but eventually he gets them, going, and they end up being a winning team. But I just love that book because he makes you feel like you're in Italy. You can taste the food that he's talking about. You can smell the scents that he's talking about. You can visualize everything that he's talking about. And I love that book. So that is Playing for Pizza by John Grisham. So, my friends, that is the end of the 20 question challenge. And I am not going to call anybody out. I am too new of a podcaster to do that. So, um, I will be back, and it'll probably be next week because I have all of next week off. It's my vacation. Schools will be closed, and the office, we can take the time off if we like. I am going to do that, believe me. And as we approach Thanksgiving, the holiday season is upon us. So I'm sure everyone has something that they are thankful for. So we all have a lot to be thankful for. And at that time, that's time for you to reflect and have some good food and good festivities and some family time with your family and friends. So I will bid you adieu and have a good evening or a good day. Bye.